Hey everyone, today we're going to dive into one of the absolute coolest, but maybe a little hidden, features of the ESP32 board, its touch sensors. And we're going to build something super simple, but really satisfying with it. A light that you can turn on and off with just a touch. Yep, no extra parts needed. Let's get right into it.
So have you ever wanted to add, a sleek touch interface to one of your projects, but without all the hassle of extra buttons or complex hardware? I mean, what if you could make something happen just by touching a plain old wire? Well, with the ESP32, you totally can.
All right, so first things first, let's set a really clear goal. We're going to take one of the ESP32's special pins and, believe it or not, turn it into a complete, fully functional touch switch, and we'll use it to control the board's own little built-in LED.
Yep, that's literally it. Our whole mission right now is to make that tiny blue LED on the board light up the second we touch a wire and then turn off when we let go. It's like the perfect way to see this awesome touch feature in action.
Okay, so how does all this magic actually work? You might be thinking it's gotta be super complex, right? But nope, it all comes down to just one single really powerful command that's already built right into the Arduino software for the ESP32.
And that brings us to a really important number, 10. That's right, your ESP32 board has 10 of these capacitive touch sensor pins built right in, straight out of the box. Think about that. That's 10 potential touch buttons for pretty much any project you can dream up. The key to unlocking all this potential, it's a little function called touch read. All you have to do is tell it which touch pin you want it to listen to, and it does all the heavy lifting for you. It's the thing that's actually measuring those tiny changes in capacitance.
So what do you get back from it? It's just a number. That's it. When the pin is just sitting there untouched, this number is going to be pretty high. But the second your finger touches it, your body actually changes the electrical field around it, the capacitance, and that number just plummets. It drops like a rock. And that change is exactly what we're going to use as our trigger.
Okay, theory is cool and all, but let's actually see this thing work. So for our first step, we're just going to read the raw numbers coming from a touch pen and print them out. That way, we can see for ourselves exactly what's going on. The code here is going to do three really simple things. One, we'll start up the serial monitor so we can see the data. Two, we're going to constantly read from touch pin 0, which by the way is GPIO pin 4, and just print whatever value it gives us. And three, we'll add a tiny little delay just so the numbers don't fly by too fast for our eyes to catch up. Seriously, this right here is the heart of our first bit of code. This one single line tells the ESP32, hey, read the value from pin 4 and spit it out onto my screen. It's so simple, it's beautiful.
And check this out. This is what happens. When you run the code, you'll see a number just kind of floating around 70 or so. But the second you touch the wire hooked up to pin 4, bam, the value just drops, way down to less than 30. That right there is our signal.
All right, cool. Let's build on that. Now that we know we can reliably spot a touch, we can actually use that information to control something. Let's make that LED light up. The logic for this program is super straightforward. Basically, in a loop, we're just going to keep reading the sensor. Then we check, has the value dropped below our magic number, 30? If it has, boom, turn the LED on. If it's still above 30, keep the LED off. Easy.
And here's exactly how that logic looks as code. It's just a simple if-else statement. We say, if the value we get from touch read 4 is less than 30, then send a high signal to pin 2. That's our built-in LED. Else, if it's not, just send a low signal to turn it off.
And that's it. I mean, with just that tiny block of code, you've actually done it. You've made a real, working touch switch. The second you upload this code and touch that wire, the onboard LED is going to light right up. That's awesome. Congratulations. But look, this simple on-off switch, this is just the beginning. Now that you've got this basic skill down, you can use it as a powerful building block for all sorts of bigger, way more creative projects. I mean, just think about the possibilities here. You could totally make a secret knock system that needs a specific pattern of taps to unlock something. Or what about a tiny touch piano where each pin plays a different note? You could design these super sleek, custom smart home buttons that are just part of your desk or a wall. Interactive art, custom game controllers. Seriously, the list just goes on and on.
So you now have the key to adding a simple, kind of futuristic, and really elegant interface to pretty much any electronics project you can think of. So I guess the only real question left is, what are you going to build first?